Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for the inaugural, the Dougie Mullins baseball tournament. English, Classical, St. Mary's, and Swampscott, the four teams. The opening round is, we assumed that Classical was the home team because they're in the third base dugout, but they're the visitors. St. Mary's is the home team. Avon Cabral throwing to John Nowicki, who's behind the plate. Dougie Mullins was an athlete at Lynn Classical. He coached the Legion team, loved to be with the kids. He was an assistant coach with Joe Caponegro at Lynn English, and then he became the head coach, and he passed away way too soon. He was great for the kids. He did a terrific job for the young people. He loved to be and teach and help the young people, and he was a terrific gentleman, and we lost it. You don't fill voids when people like Dougie Mullins passes away. That's a hole that never gets filled. And he passed away way too soon at 34 years of age. He was a very good friend of mine. He was a very good friend of a lot of people. And he's been missed for a very long time. So Joe Caponegro, who Dougie coached with at English, and he took over when Joe Cap left and went to Swampscott.
Classical on top of the first, the catcher number 16, Janelle Guzman.
And Joe Cap got together with Billy Devon, Dick Newton, Jeff Newhall, all the baseball coaches, and said, I think we should do something. They all agreed. They all jumped in. And this is the first. And we hope will be a long time coming. Clancy tournament went for a very long time, gave out a lot of scholarships. We hope this does the same. Janelle Guzman, the catcher. It's an unusual spot for him to lead off. Mike Shukowski, the coach, has changed his lineup several times this year. High again for ball two. For the first time ever, the four Lynn baseball teams all qualified for the state tournament. I mentioned you may have to go back to Pedro Morales to find those. Got a rip, actually wound up sitting down in the batter's box, and it's 2-1. But all four teams here also, including Swampscott, going to the state tournament. High and tight for a ball. And if you know me well, you know I'm not crazy about the format for the new tournament. I don't mind the entire state tournament, entire state getting involved. I just hate they should find some way of cutting down the travel for all these teams that have to go here, there, and everywhere. Slicing it out of play. Down in the grassy knoll behind first base. I remind everybody, Lynn Tech football has traveled 3.5 hours to go to Hoosick Valley. I still don't know where it is to play a football game in the tournament. By the time they get there, they're worn out. They didn't want to play. Swing and a miss. He chased the hard pitch. So Cabral fell behind, comes back and gets Guzman for a strikeout.
Baseman number 6, Almani Medina.
Almani Medina has played very well for Classical this year. He out in the field at second base. He's also got some big hits for them. Classical comes in at 14-4. St. Mary's, to show you the difference, Classical is 14-4, and they're ranked somewhere around 49th. St. Mary's is 10-9, and they're ranked number 6. Two good curveballs for strikes. So St. Mary's, right now, is in line for a home game. Maybe a couple. Wow. He just almost killed Coach Derek Dana. He couldn't get out of the way of that. Thank God he's all right. Derek, one of the long-time coaches, along with Mike Schukowski for Classical. Waved at the pitch down in the turf. Nowicki will get it to Freer for the out.
Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Tyler Wilson.
Oh, 2 away. Tyler Wilson, the pitcher. Tyler had a 5-inning no-hitter this year. He's on the mound today for Classical. Hit in the air. Tad Giardina
After 1 half inning of play,
makes the play.
St. Mary's coming to that.
So a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Cabral. I mentioned the tournament. The tournament used to be you would line up the teams by record, line them up 1 through whatever the number of teams. You used to have to win 50%. Used to be 75%, then they cut it to 66%, then they cut it to 50%, then they cut it to if you play in a league that is over your division and you're like Swampscott Marblehead in Northeastern Conference, then you only have to win 50% of games in your league. So they made changes all over the place. Now it's virtual that the record almost doesn't mean anything. What happens is your schedule, the league you play in, and then your record. So we have had teams. We had a girls basketball team coming to play St. Mary's that was 5-16, which was unheard of in the past. And there were teams with losing records getting in the tournament because they play in a good league, and they deemed the GBL league, and it really showed up in football because Everett was one of the top 2 or 3 football teams in the state, and they were not ranked in the top 10 because of the league, and they had to play a game on the road, and that was absolutely incredible. So you can almost throw the records out the window. Tyler Wilson, the pitcher, will be throwing to Janelle Guzman behind the plate. This is a major weekend for the city of Lynn. The initial Dougie Mullins tournament, this being Friday, 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, starting at 1 and 4. And then at 4 and 6 tomorrow, Saturday, will be the Holland tournament. Continuing on Sunday at 11 and 2. It'll be the same 4 teams there that are playing in this one. So 2 major tournaments to end the regular season, and then we'll sit and wait to see what happens with the pairings in the state tournament and how far everybody has to go and travel, and see if we get to do any tournament games, because we're certainly not going to Hoosac Valley. I hope there's a couple. I think St. Mary's girls would get a game or 2 at home. And I just mentioned St. Mary's could get at least 1. The boys. But a big feather cap for Lynn. All 4 baseball teams are in the tournament. St. Mary's and Classical softball teams are in the tournament. And English and Swampscott, should they do well in the Holland, could be in the tournament. That's outstanding when you consider how far we spread out the talent to 5 schools in the city, to St. John's Prep in Fenwick, and maybe other places. Zach Fisher, he's usually the second baseman, but he's the shortstop when Cabral pitches. High and tight for a ball. And if you've been watching us on TV, all of a sudden you notice that there are signs around the outfield and everywhere. That's the Navigators. They'll be starting in just about a week. Way up and away. That goes to the backstop. In for a strike. Wilson, the tall lefty. 3-sport athlete at Glasgow. Outstanding young man. On his way to college. And they're getting a good one. Chased that pitch that was high. Hung on to by Guzman. Yeah, we got a full count. Base hit into left field on the 3-2 pitch. Fisher gets the first hit. He's the first base runner. And Jack Marks, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Coach Dana loves to play small ball. Last game here, first couple of innings, he used it to perfection, moving runners across, getting base hits, scoring runs. Gets the bunt down. Wilson makes the play at first. He was going to go to second, and he bobbled it. He had a play at second.
The pitcher, number 15, David Cabral.
So St. Mary's just the first runner in scoring position. The pitcher, Avon Cabral, can help himself here. Up and away for a ball. Avon on his way to Northeastern. What a career he's had. He's helped St. Mary's win back-to-back state championships. He's had some big wins. Outstanding shortstop as well. Way wide again for a ball. Guzman had a bounce. Wade was right to get that one. Pretty good little crowd showing up early on Friday for this first Dougie Mullins tournament. Pickoff attempt. Easily back was Fisher. They fake with Cabral. They tried to get Fisher in behind. Oh, they tried to get Medina, behind Fisher to try and pick him off. Hit foul back up in the seats. Almost a one-handed grab by the young lady sitting down here. I don't think she knew it was coming. She turned around. There was the ball right back at her. Up and away for ball 4. Oh, Cabral's walk puts runners at first and second with one out.
Third baseman, number 8, Tommy Falaska.
Third baseman, Tommy Falaska. High for a ball. St. Mary's looking to get on the board first. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. In for a strike, 1-1. Wilson can bring it. On the inside corner again. Good pitch by Wilson. Swing and a miss. He chased that pitch up and away. The catcher, John Nowicki.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, John Nowicki.
John also pitches. So there's 2 outs now with first and second. Nowicki's had a couple of big hits for St. Mary's this year. Down and in for a ball.
Marquis.
Up and away for a ball. High for ball 3. On deck is Tad Giordano. Giordino, I should say. I'm sorry. I should know that. I coached his father. In for a strike. Hit foul. Just kicked out. Figueroa was just about to tag third for the final out. It just kicked out as it got near the third base bag. So Nowicki gets a life.
3 and 2, 2 outs, 2 on.
And he hit the deep left field, backing up almost to the warning track. Leon Donnell, Nowicki hit that a ton.
Completely scoreless.
It almost left the ballpark. He hit it almost to the warning track out there. Donnell kept backtracking and he reached up and made the play. You can't hit it much better than Nowicki hit it.
Richie.
But Donnell took it away. So we've reached the end of 1 inning. And we're right back where we started, 0-0.
Section where?
Classical and St. Mary's. As we start the second inning in this inaugural Mullins tournament. 4, 5, and 6 for Classical. Brady Warren, Christian Spates, John Baker. To face Avon Cabral, who will start his second inning of work. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch for strike 2. Brady Warren, good 3-point shooter in basketball. High for a ball. And if I don't mention his mother was a champion swimmer, I'll get tarred and feathered. Of course, his father was, who's a vice principal at Classical, led the Lynn English football team to a Super Bowl. And his sister was an outstanding softball pitcher at Classical. So the family is a family filled with athletes. Waves for strike 3. So he starts the second inning the way he started the first inning. with a swinging strikeout. Christian Spates, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Swing and a miss. Cabral can bring it. If you watch games when he's played shortstop, you see him get the ball over to first base in a millimeter. Quickly, 2 strikes. A beautiful day here at the ballpark for a change. Just about 80 degrees, big puffy white clouds, blue skies, the sun is out. Same way he started the first inning, 2 swinging strikeouts. John Baker, the right fielder, was the hitter.
John Baker.
Now we'll all be complaining about the heat after we complained about how cold it was all year. Down the way for a ball. Bird's eye seats out by the right, past the right field foul pole. There's a couple of chairs sitting out there watching the game. They can park over at Manning and just walk up the slope, put the chair down, watch, and just slowly walk down and get out of there, beat the traffic from the baseball traffic. Swing and a miss. Action going on at Manning Field. I don't know if it's the young kids' football or if it's not lacrosse because there's no nets up. Strikes out the side.
At the end of 1.5, we are scoreless.
5 strikeouts of the 6. Cabral's got it going. And St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 6, 7, 8. Tad Giardina, Eric Bridges, Jason Donahue. To face Tyler Wilson. Well, a little bit of a jam, a base hit and a walk, but he got out of it with a strikeout and that deep fly to Leon Donnell, who made a nice play going back almost to the fence in left field for the 3rd out. People still coming in. Nice little crowd here. Nice to see. And it's a nice little $5 donation at the gate, which will go to scholarships for members of these 4 teams. The nightcap will be Swampscott and English. Dougie's old team, English. Dougie's old coach, Joe Caponigo, now coaching Swampscott. That's Dougie Mullins, of course. Couldn't honor a better guy, and you couldn't honor Dougie any better way than a baseball tournament. Most of his life was baseball, playing, coaching Legion, assistant with Joe, head coach at English. He loved coaching the kids. He loved helping them. He loved being with the kids. He was a perfect example for the kids that he coached and the kids he came in contact with. Hit in the air. Guzman trying to give chase, but he's going to run out of a lot of real estate. It's up in the seats. Tad Giardina is the center fielder for the Spartans. He goes the other way. Or he goes left and he goes right. This is the first in a long time since St. Mary's has played Classical. You have to go back probably to the Clancy tournament. Way up and away. Guzman almost pulled a muscle reaching up to get that one. Outside first base, Pace with a long run. Reaching over his shoulder. Good effort by Spates. Just off his glove. And Giardino will get a life. I mentioned I'm good friends with his father. I coached his father in CYO basketball. His father was part of the Babe Ruth team that went to the national tournament out in the Midwest. I forget where it was, Ohio or someplace. It hit him. It broke down and in. It got a piece of him. So for the second inning in a row, see, maybe he's just a leadoff hitter on. And I'll bring up Eric Bridges is DHing for the second baseman, Kyle Rush. Eric was a big part last year of the state championship on the mound. He was the backup to Avon Cabral. He won big games last year in the tournament. He's won some big games this year for them. Down and in for a ball. Throw over, getting back is Giardina. Off the catcher's glove. The pass ball will move Giardina down to second base. So they got another runner in scoring position, this time with no outs. There was one out in the first inning. Now they do it with no outs. Most of the crowd is sitting up under the overhang to get out of the sun. Swing and a miss. A stop by Guzman on a pitch in the turf. Hit to the right side. Long run for the right fielder, Baker. He ran out of real estate. That was way down in the bullpen area. Fouls it off again. Bridges hanging around. That's high for ball 4. So hit batsman and a walk. First and second, nobody out.
Now batting the left field, number 4, Jason Donahue.
Jason Donahue, the left fielder. He's had a couple of big hits. I remember one game where he got 2 big 2-out hits to win the game. High for a ball. So Wilson has got himself in a little bit of trouble. He hit Jadine and now he walks Bridges. Hit foul to the backstop. Swing and a miss. One, two, the count to the spot in left fielder. Chase that pitch. Count stays 1-2. Hit in the air. Just about a step on the outfield grass. Infield fly called. Medina makes the play.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Ryan Freyer.
Ryan Freyer, another one of those three-sport athletes. Basketball, soccer, baseball. Big part of last year's baseball state championship. Had a big part in this year's boys basketball championship. He's finishing up a great career at Classical. St. Mary's. In for a strike. He's versatile. Last year he played the outfield, and when they needed him, he played first base. Now he's played first base mostly this year. It hit the runner going to second base. They'll have to go back to second base. A line shot, it might have been a double play if it didn't hit him.
Shortstop number 2, Zach Fisher.
So 2 outs for Zach Fisher, who got a base hit, leading off the first inning. The runners were going on the pitch. Line shot. It looked like it was going to be right at the feet of the second baseman Medina. They might have had a double play because it hit solidly. But it hit the runner going to second. Hit in the air to right center field. It's in the gap. Two runs they're going to score. Freyer scores all the way from first. A big 2-out hit by Fisher.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Jack Marks.
So with the 2 outs, Fisher was able. Freyer was able to take off. Fisher found a hole. He went to left field with a single. He goes to right center with his double. And just like that, 2-out lightning for St. Mary's. Classical looked like he might get out of it. They got a break when the runner was hit going to second base, put the runner back at first and second. 2 outs, and Fisher gets a big 2-out hit. St. Mary's had a lot of those 2-out hits this year. Chased that pitcher, was way up and in. Mark sacrificed his first time up. So the hit batsman and the walk hurt extends the inning. And St. Mary's takes advantage. Now the runner takes off. So to third, in with a stolen base is Fisher. Got a big jump. Guzman had no chance to throw him out. High for a ball. And we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in inning number 2. I thought it was 2-2. It was 3-2. Marks draws a walk. Third walk given up by Wilson. Second walk in the inning. It extends it for Avon Cabral, the pitcher. Again, he can help himself. He was up in the first inning with a runner in scoring position and drew a walk. Missing down and away for a ball. So we're going to get some warm-up action down in the bullpen. Popped up. Medina, the second baseman, calls everybody off almost at the second base bag. Makes the play, so they finally get out of the inning.
After 2 innings of play, St. Mary's 2, Lynn Classical nothing.
But the leadoff hit batsman and walk extends the inning enough that Fisher can get a big 2-out double, and it's enough to knock in 2 runs. And St. Mary's leads Classical 2-0 at the end of 2.
Number 4, Kyle Durant.
7, 8, and 9 for Classical as we start the third inning. Even Cabral now has 2 runs to work with. Curveball in for a strike. Durant, outstanding outfield, but he also a very good pitcher for Classical. On the corner for a strike again, quickly 0-2. Takes it for strike 3.
Third baseman number 3, Christian Figueroa.
The only difference between the third inning and the first 2, the leadoff strikeouts are called. The first strikeouts in the first and second were swinging. Christian Figueroa. The third baseman for Classical. Up and away for a ball. Velasco was thinking he might bunt. He's way in at third, playing almost softball distance at third base. In for a strike. The problem with the hitters is Cabral's getting his curveball over, so I don't know whether it's a curveball or a fastball. Is it going to break away? Is it going to be straight down the middle? If you have to guess, you're in trouble. Swings and misses. Chased that pitch that broke down and away. Another strikeout. Two up, two down in the third. Leon Donnell, the left fielder, will be the hitter.
Donnell Leon.
I think I said Leon Donnell. It's Donnell Leon. I wrote it the way Mike Sukowski wrote it. Hit foul. Hit back to the mound, knocked down by Cabral. We told you he's a shortstop when he's not pitching. Only a second ball put in play. 6.
At the end of 2.5. St. Mary's 2, Lynn Classical nothing.
7 of the 9 outs, 8 of the 9 outs have Cabral has been involved in now that he throws the runner out at first. 2 more strikeouts. 7 strikeouts in 3 innings. At the end of 3, St. Mary's 2, Classical nothing. 4, 5, and 6 for St. Mary's as we start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tony Velasco was a strikeout victim back in the 1st inning. Down and away for a ball. Nice stop by Guzman. On the inside corner for a strike. Tyler Wilson starting his 3rd inning. Yep, bounced that one. Tyler got out of trouble in the 1st inning, giving up a hit and a walk and a strikeout and a flyout, but gave up a hit batsman and a walk in the 2nd inning, and it cost him because St. Mary's got a 2-out double by Fisher to grab the 2-0 lead. Hit foul to the Classical dugout. Again, a very nice crowd for this one. Yeah, he had duck out of the way. That was behind him. Jammed him, he pops it up. Guzman, he's very good behind the plate. Hustle is his middle name. Boy, he loves to go back. He does a great job behind the plate. He does a nice job going behind the plate, chasing those pop-ups. So the pop-up to the catcher is the 1st out. He's done quite a bit of those this year, helping out his pitcher. John Nowicki hit it better than anybody has hit it so far today. And he's 0 for 1. He hit a shot to left field that Donnell Leon went almost back to the fence to make the catch for the 3rd out with 2 runners scoring. Pitching low for a ball. Low again. The winner of this will play for the Dougie Mullins' first ever championship trophy tomorrow at 4 o'clock against either English or Swampscott that will be playing in the next game. The loser will be in the consolation against Swampscott or English. Foul to the St. Mary's dugout. Hit foul again. Here's the umpire showing his right arm off, firing it back to the pitcher. Hit in the air. Long run. Spades gets there and makes the play. Ran right through the coach's box. A little further upfield and made the play. So pop to catcher, pop to first. 2 outs, nobody on for Tad Giardina. He got hit by a pitch, and that was big because he scored the first run with 2 outs. Tad's a very good hockey player, too, defenseman. But he's very good defensive outfield. He makes some big plays. Hit in the air. Cutting in front of the second baseman, just to the first base side of second base. Brady Warren makes the play. So a pretty good inning for Tyler Wilson. He induces 3 pop-ups to the infield. St. Mary's is down in the third. We finished 3 in this inaugural Dougie Mullins tournament. St. Mary's 2, Lynn Classical, nothing.
Hi, JJ. Hi, JJ. The catcher, number 16, Janelle Guzman.
Top of the order for Classical as we start the 4th inning. Gino Guzman, Armani Medina, Tyler Wilson. Cabral will start his 4th inning. He's retired 9 in a row, 7 of them by strikeout. And he even chipped in with a play, picking a ground ball and throwing the runner out at first. So he's been involved in 8 of the 9 outs. High and tight for a ball. Guzman struck out swinging, leading off the ball game. In for a strike. On the corner again. Again, now you get to the point, now you have to guess. If you have to guess against Cabral, you're in deep trouble. Swing and a miss. Armani Medina struck out swinging, had to be thrown out at first base, so Cabral keeps his record intact. He started each of the 4 innings with a strikeout. 3 of them swinging, 1 called. Hit to short, they bobble it. Medina will reach on the error. Fisher was trying to hurry to make the play, and he dropped the ball. So Classical has their first base runner.
Pitcher number 8, Tyler Wilson.
Tyler Wilson, the pitcher, flied out to center field. He hit it well. Giordana tracked it down. On the corner for a strike. So first time in the 4 innings, Cabral pitching from the stretch. Low for a ball.
JJ.
Closer than they like it at first base.
Stealing again.
In for a strike. Almost looked like Nowicki was fooled in the last two pitches. Or he was pulling away trying to make a throw because he was lucky to catch those last two pitches. Close again at first. Diving back is Medina. Again, a great crowd here. And you couldn't honor a better gentleman than Dougie Mullins. Hit. They get one. They don't get two. Fisher actually dropped the ball. He couldn't make a play, but he already made the putout. So the putout goes 4-6. Two away for Brady Warren, who struck out swinging.
The shortstop number 22, Brady Warren.
Swing and a miss. The runner takes off, the ball's fouled. They had Wilson going. Up and away for a ball. The runner takes off again. He's in with a stolen base. The ball is bobbled by the catcher, Nowicki. Well, Classical has their first runner in scoring position. It comes with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Waves at the pitch down and away. So another 2 strikeout inning.
At the end of 3.5, we are still at 2-0 seniors.
9 strikeouts in 4 innings. So the error doesn't hurt, even though he stole second base. They leave a base runner at second. We're halfway through the ball game in this initial Dougie Mullins tournament. St. Mary's holding on to that 2-0 lead. And for St. Mary's, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Eric Bridges do a walk. He get hit on the ball that was hit sharply to the second baseman. He got hit going from first to second base for the out. But the walk helped St. Mary score because it extended the inning after a hit batsman. And it allowed Fisher to bat with 2 outs, and he got a double, knocking in 2 runs. Wilson will start his 4th inning of work.
Leading off for St. Mary's, the designated hitter number 33, Eric Bridges.
Bridges is the DH. He's hitting for the second baseman, Kyle Rush. Fishing wide for a ball. Solid shot to left field for a base hit. So 3 times in 4 innings, St. Mary's has a leadoff hitter on. Let's see if Donahue bunts.
Left fielder number 4, Jason Donahue.
Donahue is the left fielder. He popped to the second baseman his 1 trip. Diving back at first. Swing and a miss. They throw it down, back easy. Is Bridges. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Hit foul. Up over the seats. Back again at first is Bridges. Hit dumping into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Just a little love tap out in the right field.
Now batting the first baseman number 7, Ryan Frere.
And for the second time in 4 innings, they've got the first 2 on. Ryan Frere hit a shot that was going, hit it solid, right on the nose, right to the second baseman, and it hit Bridges, the runner, going to second base. So Frere wound up at first. Bridges was out, and then Frere scored on the 2-out double. He scored the second run. Frere ran halfway up the first baseline to try and bunt that pitch. I don't know if he was trying to protect the runner because Bridges was going to steal third base.
Say hi, Baldy, to my
And
fans.
he had to hustle back.
Hi, Mr. Hoffman. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. Let's go, let's go.
pulled it back, and it's 1-1. Tried a bunt and missed. That pitch was way off the plate.
It's on right now.
Hit the center field. Starting back, coming on is Durant. Runners will hold. First out is a fly out to center field. That'll bring up the top of the order Zach Fisher, who is perfect.
Go back in the shortstop number 2, Zach Fisher.
Zach Fisher has singled, and last time up, he hit the single to left. He laced a double into right center field, knocking in the 2 runs. He's the difference in the game. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI. In for a strike. Hit to Medina. He almost made the double play. He hit it well. He hit it to the second baseman for the second out.
Go back to the right fielder number 5, Jack Marks.
Down the way for a ball. Coming up next to me is Mr. January, who will be coming here pretty soon with the Navigators. His brother and his father brought the Navigators back. The signs are up, and the signs are all everywhere that the Navigators are on their way.
Yeah, signs are up for now, as long as the wind doesn't blow. I owe it all to Jim Bell. I owe it all to Jim Belleville. Yeah, we're ready to go. Ready to go.
Won't be long. It's just about a week.
Yeah, about 8 days, 9 days. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of local players. It's a nice place. Be a nice place to go.
Yeah.
A little cheaper than going to Fenway Park.
Just a little bit. So yeah, we're looking forward to having a season. It's gonna be our first real season with all the COVID issues in the past couple of years, but we are ready to go. A lot of players are still playing in their college.
Jack Marks with a solid shot past first base, gets an RBI. And another 2-out lightning by St. Mary's.
The third baseman.
They stretch it to 3-0. You know, how many years is this now?
The pitcher number 15, Aben Cabral.
This is our third year. It's been a tough first 2 years, and we're looking forward forward to this year. So
Yeah. It's been a tough year for everybody.
it certainly has. Yeah, I'm
And
not-
it's right. You're lucky you're getting started now because early in the year the weather was so bad. It was freezing cold.
terrible. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to just seeing baseball and seeing a lot of people out and watching baseball and just.
Well, it's a great night here at the park, and the Navigators do a great job. You and your brother and your
Thank
father
you,
and the
yeah,
group, they
thank
do a great job.
Thank you.
And to see you brings back some great memories because I remember I did your games when you played
Yeah,
at Swampscott, you
yeah.
and your brother, and you know.
Seems like yesterday, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I know, I know. You and your brother both very good players at
Oh,
Swampscott,
thank you,
and,
thank you.
and you know, and it's great to see you again. I wish you the best of
Great
luck.
to see you. Thank you.
And if
Yeah,
we can help
appreciate
you at all at Channel 15, let us know.
it. Awesome. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
good to see you, my
Yeah.
friend. Aben Cabral has walked and popped to the second baseman. That was a shot by Jack Marks. Cabral hits it deep to left. And it's tracked down by Darnell Leon. He hit it well, but Leon made another nice play. So St. Mary's added another run again, 2 out Lightning. A big base hit by Jack Marks. A line shot into right field. Brings Bridges home. And now Avon Cabral has an extra run to work with. We finished 4 in this Dougie Mullins inaugural. 3-0 St. Mary's. 5, 6, and 7 for Classical as we start the 5th inning.
Leading off in Classical. The first baseman, number 11, Christian Spates.
Christian Spates struck out swinging his first trip. Avon Cabral has got 2 strikeouts in each inning except the second, and that's when he struck out the side and got 3. Swing and a miss. Spates got his money's worth on that one. Swung right through it. Quickly 0-2. On the corner for strike 3. John Baker, the right fielder.
Number 1, John Baker.
He struck out as well. So Cabral keeps it going. He struck out the first hitter in each of the 5 innings. Swing and a miss. Popped up. Kyle Rush, the second baseman, makes the play.
Up batting in center field, number 4, Kyle Durant.
Kyle Durant, the center fielder, was the strikeout victim. Called out on strikes. Tries to bunt and misses it. Swing and a miss. And 2 more strikeouts, another 1-2-3 inning. 4 out of 5 innings have been 1-2-3.
St. Mary's 3, Classical.
We're through 4.5. 11 strikeouts for Cabral through 5 innings. Middle of the order for St. Mary's, 4, 5, and 6. And we got a new pitcher for Lynn Classical. Kevin Wilson will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for Lynn Classical, number 21, Kevin Whalen.
And I think he's going to bat in John Baker's spot because Wilson is going to right field.
Yep. Thank you.
I knew that. what the umpire just told me. I could have told him.
Got it. Thanks, Jay.
So Wilson goes 4, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs. He walked 3, hit a batter, struck out 1.
Leading off the same areas at the bottom of the fifth, the third baseman, number 8, Tommy Velasco.
Mike Velasquez struck out and popped to the catcher behind home plate. And we got a couple ominous clouds coming in from behind third base. Hopefully we'll get through this. They said there was a possibility of maybe showers, but showers are supposed to be much later. Down and away for a ball. Going to be a tight squeeze here tomorrow. Lynn Tech is playing at 10 o'clock in the morning. Down and away. Tech was supposed to play today, and they pushed them to tomorrow. And that meant the Mullins tournament had to be pushed back from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Hit to second. Medine at the Spates. 1 up, 1 down.
The catcher, number 24, John Nowicki.
That's the problem here in the city of Lynn when you have 5 high school teams. And everybody wants to play here with this great facility. As I said, Tech was supposed to play now. And the Mullins is going to be at 11 and 2 tomorrow. So they had to change it to 1 and 4 tomorrow so that Tech could play at 10 o'clock in the morning. Their last game before they go to the state tournament. Solid shot hit the center field for a base hit. He had hit a shot to left field that Donnell Leon tracked down. Last time up, he popped to the first baseman in foul territory. Now another solid shot into center field.
Now batting the center field, number 3, Tad Giardina.
Tad Giardina got hit by a pitch. Leading off the second inning, scored the first of 2 in that inning. Last time up, he popped to the shortstop. So Kevin Whalen, who's a junior on the mound, he's a big boy. Facing his third hitters, he'll have to go to the stretch. Off the catcher, off the umpire. The umpire is down. It bounced out almost to the third baseman. And the trainer and coaches and trainers from both sides coming out. That went by the catcher, hit the umpire. I don't know if it hit him down the knee or the ankle or below the knee. It deflected almost like a bunt down the third baseline. And he's down being looked at by both trainers, both St. Mary's and Classical. So the umpire says he's okay. We're back to baseball. Giardina steps in. On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Put it right in the hands. He swung right through it. Wide for a ball. They called a balk. So that moves Nowicki over to third. Solid shot to left field. Nowicki, Giardina gets the base hit and RBI, so he scored one and knocked in one. And Nowicki will score from third.
Designated hitter number 33, Eric Bridges.
So St. Mary's extends that lead a little further to 4-0. Bridges the DH, hitting for the second baseman Rush. The ball got away from Guzman. He was a little slow picking up. He didn't realize the runner was going. And Giardina steals second base. Bridges just walked. He was the one that got hit on a solid shot by Freer to the second baseman, being called out. Last time up, he singled and scored the third run. So he's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Down and away for a ball. Spins, faking a throw to second, trying to keep the runner close. Pitching up and away. The runner takes off, the ball's hit foul. Count stays 2-2. Again, great to see a nice crowd here. And they called another balk. I don't know what that was. Classical will bring their infield in. Hit in the left field for a base hit through that drawn-in infield. Bridges got his second hit. Now he knocks in a run.
Come back in the left field, number 4, Jason Donahue.
So Mary's has matched the two they put up in the second inning. And we'll get warm-up action for St. Mary's. For Classical out in the bullpen. Jason Donahue popped to second, single. So 2 balks in the inning have called against Whalen. Another single in the right field. So after a ground out to start the inning, 4 straight base hits by St. Mary's.
First baseman, number 7, Brian Freer.
Brian Freer, his line shot, hit the runner going to second. The runner was called out. Freer reached first, scored on the 2-out double by Fisher. Last time up, he flied to center field. So he's 0 for 2, but he scored a run on the corner for a strike. Hit in the right field for a base hit. It skips away from Wilson. The run's going to be able to score. They held him at third, but then when the ball was bobbled in the outfield for an error, they sent the runner home. So Freer doesn't get an RBI. But they score the run.
Number 2, Zach Fisher.
The runners had to hold up to see if the ball would be caught in the infield. So that was going to load the bases. A tapper to third. I'm going to give him a base hit. That's a tough play for the third baseman. Fisher's got his third hit.
Right fielder number 5, Jack Marks.
And now the bases are loaded. But the other play, they held the runner at third, but then when Wilson came in and tried to field it on the fly and make the throw, he bobbled it, it got away, so the runner was able to score on the error. Missing inside for a ball. Jack Marks is perfect. He sacrificed, walked, singled in a run. So St. Mary's breaking this one open here. Hit foul. High for a ball. Hit deep to center field. Durant going back. This will bring in a run, and everybody will move up. So Marks gets another RBI.
Batting the pitcher number 15, Evan Cabral.
Cabral will be the 9th hitter in the inning. Four runs in. Up and away for a ball. Few brighter clouds over that foul territory down the left field side. Those black clouds hovered right over the ballpark. Hit to short. Brady to Spates for the out. St. Mary's sends 9 to the plate. 4 of them score.
At the end of 5, St. Mary's 7.
And all of a sudden, it's a 7-0 lead, St. Mary's, at the end of 5 innings. As we start the 6th inning in this inaugural Dougie Mullins tournament, 8-9-1 for Classical, and boy, they got a huge hole to dig themselves out of, and not a lot of time left to do it. Big 4-run inning. Cabral now has 7 runs to work with. And Classical's only had 1 base runner. Waves at that pitch. Figueroa has struck out swinging. Swings and misses again. Nowicki sets up outside. Throws it on the outside corner. Number 6, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts.
13, Donnell Leon.
6 strikeouts leading off the first 6 innings by Cabral. Donnell Leon, one of the few that hit the ball, and he hit it back to the pitcher. With all the strikeouts, Cabral also has an assist. Off Nowicki's glove to the backstop. Donnell Leon, and then back to the top of the order, Janelle Guzman. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. The 1-2 pitch, up and away for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Broke down and in. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Corral taking a little too long for Leon and asked for time and got it. Keeps his record intact, 2 strikeouts in every inning. He struck out the side in the second, otherwise he's got 2 strikeouts in every inning. Jamil Guzman has struck out swinging twice. Curveball in for a strike. On the corner for a strike. He's been moving it around. The 0-2 pitch. Hits it back to the backstop. And we'll do it again at 0-2. He's only had to go to the stretch twice. Medina reached on an error, and then the fielder's choice. So with those 2 runs, he had a pitch from the stretch. And there's, for the second time, he strikes out the side as they chase that curveball breaking down. "14 strikeouts. 1 base runner. 4 balls put in play, and one of them was a hit back to him on the mound.
Now pitching for Classical number 14, Nico Ramirez.
So 18 outs in the game, 14 strikeouts and an assist. He's been involved in 15 of the 18 outs. Nico Ramirez will be the new pitcher. So Kevin Whalen had a little bit of a tough outing in the fifth. He faced 9 hitters, 4 runs, 6 base hits. All of them earned. A couple of box move runners up. So Classical is down to their last 3 outs. Again, assuming it stays this way, St. Mary's will play either English or Swampscott tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the first Dougie Mullins championship final. And if it stays this way, Classical will play either English or Swampscott in the Dougie Mullins consolation. Four, 5, and 6. Tommy Velasco led off the 5th inning. He'll lead off the 6th inning. But I don't think so. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. I think Cam McGonigal is going to be the pinch hitter. Velasco had struck out, popped up, grounded out. So it'll be McGonigal leading off, then Nowicki and Giardina.
Pitching for St. Mary's, number 9, Cam McGonigal.
So McGonigal will hit for Velasco, and I'm assuming Velasco will go back in and play third base. Nico Ramirez, another junior. It's a young Classical team. They only have a couple of seniors. Wilson and Durant are the 2 major seniors. Yasini Bakuch also. Up and away for a ball. Hit in the air. Durant started back, now he has to come on. He loses his hat, but he makes the play. He started back, then had to come on.
The catcher, number 24, John Nowicki.
We talked about the signs being up. Most people, like today, said, I know what I'll do. I'll drive into the Manning Field parking lot and park up against the fence and watch the game. Except they can't because the signs are blocking it. Except right at the right field foul pole, which you can't pull your car in. Hit. Foul ball, just kicked out. Figueroa was just about to throw the ball. Figueroa. High for a ball. So with the times 1 and 4 instead of 11 and 2, teams can maybe get an extra hour's sleep tomorrow. Up and away for a ball. Nowicki has hit a long shot to left field, popped first, singled and scored. So he's 1 for 3 with a run scored. High again for a ball. in for a strike. He's got that funny little twist of the hand back behind his ear when he's coming forward. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And we'll get another pinch hitter. Chris Champa will hit for Giardina.
Number 10, Chris Champa.
Giardina got hit by a pitch and scored, popped up, singled in a run and scored. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch. Yeah, we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit foul. Yeah, the umpire showing off that right arm again. High for a ball. Thought about it. Thought about pulling the trigger and then held up. Hit in the air. Medina, the second baseman, out about 10 or 15 steps on the grass, makes the play. So Nico Ramirez comes in, has a 1-2-3 inning. And we're down. This is it, the 7th inning. Classical's last 3 outs. We finished 6. St. Mary's 7-0 over Classical.
Medina, second baseman, number 6.
Albani Medina was struck out and reached on an error. He's the only real base runner. He got forced at second right after that, and he hits it foul off the catcher. Hit again off the catcher. Umpire likes to show up that right arm. Hits it foul down to that grassy knoll behind first base. Reached for that one and taps it foul again. Reached for that one. So I have never seen this before. That's why I've said a long time ago I stopped seeing everything.
Number 8, Tyler Wilson.
Every time I say that, something else happens. Avon Cabral has struck out the first hitter in every inning. I've never seen that happen before. It may have happened elsewhere, other games, but I've never seen it in games that I've done. Swung through it, tried to hold up, couldn't. High for a ball. Tyler Wilson has fly to center and reached on the fielder's choice. After Medina reached on the error, he hit a ground ball to second, and they got a force at second. So he and Medina have been the only base runners in the game. Swing and a miss. They count evens at 2. Down and in for a ball. On the inside corner, I think he said he swung too.
The shortstop, number 22, Brady Warren.
16 strikeouts and an assist in 20 outs. 17 of the 20 Cabral's been involved in. Popped up, long run, it's in for a base hit. Brady Warren breaks up the no-hitter. Just got a piece, tapped it behind the shortstop in front of the left fielder. And
Number 11, Christian Spates.
that breaks up the no-hitter. That close. Chased that high pitch and swung right through it. Christian Spates struck out swinging and was called out on strikes. Hit foul to the screen. Klaus goes down to their last strike. Nice when you have someone like Cabral you can throw out in the mound. He's going to give you a shot at every game he pitches. You're going to be in every game. He's lost a couple of tough games this year. Call third strike on the corner. Third time he struck out the side. 17 strikeouts and an assist. 18 of the 21 outs in the game. Cabral was involved in 17 strikeouts and a ground to the mound. He threw the hitter out. Brady Warren got the only base hit given up by Cabral. The only other base runner was Medina reaching on an error. Wilson forced him at second base, so only 2 base runners given up by Cabral. And St. Mary's will pick up their 11th win to go 11-9. Glasgow will drop to 14-5, and it was all St. Mary's in the second inning. I hit batsman, a walk, a pop-up, and then a line shot by Ryan Frey hit the runner going to second base for the second out, put runners at first and second. 2-out Lightning. Zach Fisher doubled in the right center field. It was 2-0, and that's all Cabral needed. They got another run in the fourth. Bridges led with a single. Donahue singled. And then Jack Marks lined a single into right field. And it was 3-0. Then they put it away in the 5th after an out. Nowicki single went the second wild pitch, went to third on a box, scored on a single by Giardina. Giardina stole second, went to third on a balk, scored on the base hit by Bridges. Donahue got a base hit. Freer got a base hit. The ball was bobbled and booted in the outfield. The 4th run scored. It was 7-0, and Cabral didn't need any part of that as he gave up only 2 base runners, 1 base hit. He struck out 17, goes the distance, pitches the shutout, and gets the win. So now the first game of the inaugural Dougie Mullins tournament is in the books. St. Mary's with a big 7-0 win over Glasgow. St. Mary's will go to 11-9. Glasgow will drop to 14-5. Glasgow will play the loser of the upcoming game, English and Swampscott, in the consolation game. St. Mary's will wait till 4 o'clock tomorrow and play the winner of English Swampscott in the first ever Dougie Mullins Championship final. So 7-0 St. Mary's behind the shutout. 17 strikeouts for David Cabral. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.